Welcome, beloved Leo. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever, wherever this reading should find you. You are welcome to this general timeless read. You know the drill. Take what resonates, leave what does not. And yeah, give it more than just a few seconds because there may be something later on that resonates for you that you may wish that you hadn't missed. So, all right, beloved, I meditated on an oracle card for this reading for you, lightning or power. Up here a little closer. Some of you may want to take a picture of this. I just felt this really strongly, this electric impulse. I mean, a very strong one that creates waves in your life, in others' lives. And the big word that was coming to me was epiphany of a lifetime. Okay, some sort of or multiple epiphanies that create these power surges, right? That just have all of the fluff and darkness kind of fade away, and this realization of who you are, what your purpose is, what steps you need to take, this ultimate clarity, like all the rubble cleared out. And it may happen when you least expect it. I mean, you certainly could meditate, go on a retreat, and get some insights, but this I really feel is the culmination of months and years of praying and hoping and possibly even manifesting, really healing, clarity, power, direction. This is big, Leo, okay? And you being, the epitome of the strength card, the sun card, the sun is about to come out, okay? For some of you, the storm has been raging for a while and you wonder if it's ever going to end. There may have been breaks in the clouds, some sun coming in, but it is about to come to a head for you, Leo. And remember, with all of these energies, it's what resonates for you and what you do with it, right? A lot of this isn't just going to happen on you. You aren't all of a sudden just going to wake up in a good mood and never have any problems again, right? There are things that you need to do with these opportunities, working with your spirit team, making an action plan, letting go of stuff. It's all work, right? We can be given the opportunistic energies, but what you do with them is up to you and whether or not they come to fruition. There's some things, right, beyond our control, that comes our way that shapes and influences us. So it's not all up to us, but most of it is. And what we do with it and our perspective. So an epiphany, something major is coming for you, beloved. All right, let's go ahead and jump into our tarot cards. Leo, I truly hope that sun is shining on you soon. Give you clarity, direction, hope, peace. Okay, Spirit, what else does Leo need to know about this epiphany, this lightning power that's going to transform their lives? I would encourage you to hit that like and subscribe if any part of this resonates for you, right? An exchange of energy. Okay, all right, and I feel like that one as well. Okay. Sure, we have these centered. Okay, and we've got two others, which we've seen them, but I'm going to look at these one by one as Spirit shows us. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands. Okay. Some of you, or maybe all of you in some way, it may be small, maybe large, it's going to manifest differently for each of us. But some of you have feel like that you've had to defend yourself in the path that you're on, or the person that you are, the choices that you've made. I feel like you have been sort of backed into a corner where you feel like you're trying to move forward and it could be gossip, calamity, it could be a series of circumstances in this storm that's been hard to weather, right? To move past it. And I feel like some of you also feel like there's judgment pointed at you, whether or not it's at home or in the workplace. And some of that has also, I believe, trickled down into judgment to yourself. And for some of you, it started with that, and you're kind of projecting it out there, and it's really become like under a magnifying glass. right? Standing your ground, because I think for some of you, you have a strong inkling as to what it is that you want to do, but there's so much distraction. I'm seeing different paths, different lights. Maybe you are easily distracted, or maybe there's a lot of options out there. But I feel this uncertainty that you don't really know. You're not set, solid, and stable in your direction, in your plan, knowing who you are. Yes, you have moments of this. Um, it's not like it's all or nothing, but sometimes I think it feels that way for you. Okay. And I think there's an idea really near and dear to your heart that you want to do something with, but you're not really sure, right? It kind of keeps sitting in the back of your mind. It resurfaces now and then, and you get this creative burst on how you could use it, but then sometimes it sort of fizzles out almost because maybe you've done some research and it doesn't seem quite right, but it's still there. And it's there, beloved, for a reason, okay? You are almost attracting more bits and pieces to this story you want to create. And it's just not creating a book yet, right? It's words, it's paragraphs, but you're not quite sure how you're going to put it together yet. Power. Hmm? Power. I just feel like in this card, I can see the epiphany coming like, what am I doing? I don't have to prove myself to anybody. And even myself, I need to start proving to myself, but not being so hard on myself that I cannot meet my own standards. Hmm? There's almost this door behind you that is ready for you to open. So you're not really, we don't need to put you in a corner, right? You don't need to stand your ground. It's perceived, I believe. For some of you, it may be a very real thing, for sure. You're not making it up. But as far as how you have to come across to other people, that's their business, right? What you do is your business. So maybe this being pushed into a corner, or this being misunderstood, or this judgment, whatever it might be for you, um, you're not running away from it if you turn around and go through that door. If those doors are open, beloved, go through it. Maybe these people or these thoughts, these circumstances have pushed you down this path that's created for you, right? I see this archway, this door like lit up, like this is the way. Stop fighting it, move forward. um, that story could look different for each person, but that's what I'm getting, right? There's no need to protect yourself or feel like you need to protect yourself, because this is your path. It's no one else's. They have no right to give their opinion or give you direction without your authorization. You don't have to soak it up. You don't have to take what they say. This is your journey, and it's really important for you to identify how you're feeling and connecting with those things around you. That's what's coming to mind. Hmm. Okay. 7, number of spirituality, right? Okay. Recognizing the spiritual in everything that you do, because it is all connected, and it is key for you um, to have this power, to stand in your power and get that clarification that you need. Okay. Yeah. And we have the hangman. Okay. So I feel like this is like sequential in that you need to make that decision to step through that door, that opportunity, that thought of putting things behind you, stepping through, partly standing in your power enough to step through the door and make that decision, because you're going to need take some time out and really think about mm, how you've internalized other people's thoughts, opinions, and even your own. So I'm actually seeing this on both sides of the door. There's that getting that new perspective that you aren't running away, right? It almost feels like you're on the defensive about what you want to do, where you want to go. And again, that judgment on self. So there needs to be this clicking in place, right? Of perspective that it's not running away, and seeing where that door is. So it's on both sides of the door this time out. Yeah, I'm really seeing sort of, how he is hanging down in this like valley, and there's mountains on either side. I'm seeing the same as this doorway, and it's going to be lit up, right? This healing, beautiful light. And it's going to activate and connect the heart space with the throat space. So you can be speaking your truth and speaking it out loud, because there's no secrets here. I'm just seeing the green and the blue, and that's what's speaking to me, right? There's going to be this enlightenment, this epiphany, as we spoke about. And I'm sure you can hear the excite in my voice. I just feel like this is very, very hopeful and very beautiful, the change that you're going to have. And he does this so gracefully. He's wrapped in ribbon. I'm sure he's not comfortable, but at the same point, he's become comfortable being uncomfortable. And all of us really need to be in that place a lot of times in our life, because we wait a whole lot, right? We're really always waiting for a new answer, a new goal, a new way of being. Um, we may not all be actively pressing through to that, but we're always in this sort of evolving waiting period. So being comfortable, being uncomfortable, so that you can grow and expand, it leaves room for that expansion. If you think you've already arrived, you've kind of already stunted yourself, essentially, Leo. Okay, next we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, beautiful. We were talking about standing in your power, right? And so this is about getting singularly motivated in your plan, standing in your power, embracing the feminine energy. So whether or not you are male or female, obviously it doesn't matter, or whatever, you operate more in the masculine than the feminine, this is asking you to bring in more of the feminine, more in that receiving. But it's receiving clarity. It's receiving messages from on high and from your inner child, your higher self, all of the components and whatever names you might call them. There is the being armed with the truth, being armed with the words that you need, whether or not those are affirmations, whether or not it is canceling out, cutting soul ties with people and situations you're attached to, whether or not it's just getting clarity, but it's being prepared with what it is that you need. And words are going to be very, very powerful for you, right? They cast spells, and they can hurt or harm us, especially in the amount that you internalize this. So it's about holding yourself out there. And I love this one because she's looking up in confidence, whether or not it's, the fake it till you make it, which I will say I'm not a fan of, but I can see the merits of it at times. The phrase, standing in your power, holding the truth in your hands, the words, the clarity you need, really getting any kind of anxiety, stress that you've been feeling in your life. And just stepping up in confidence, because it's really going to be important. Truth and clarity are going to be sort of the pillars of what you do to move forward. And I'm just seeing, again, the archway, this sort of cavern, again, this archway of what you need to step forward. But I see it at this point that she stepped in on the other side after this time taking out of holding that sword in her hand, being prepared for what comes through the mist, right? Not to scare you, but to be prepared, right? It's like waiting for that lightning strike. You are preparing your field for what's coming in. But you've also turned your back on people who haven't been helping you, situations that haven't been helping you. Okay, and then we have the Nine of Wands, right? We have that wounded warrior. You're going to keep moving through. But with this guy, he keeps fighting, the wounds or the scars help make him who he is. So it's this new appreciation for how far you've come. And almost you can see this particular, to me, this hope, this inspiration, this project or way of being way of life, your purpose has been in your hands, and now you've planted it, right? You have found your place, you have more confidence, and you have planted it, and growth is starting to happen, and you're protecting that. You are protecting an essence of yourself as well. So you just need to be on this side of the door, right? And here's that back side of the door. I love this storyline. Walking through the door that is the path, taking the time out before and after, being prepared for what comes on the new side of the door, and having it completely behind you and planting, because you'll have a greater sense of who you are and what your purpose is. Beautiful. Okay, I am going to pull, an oracle card to kind of tie this message together, give us a little bit more insight and hope for Leo in this storyline. This is beautiful. I'd love to know how this resonates for you. I'm having a hard time how this resonates for you, if you know what this is, or if you're excited about how it's going to unfold, Leo. I'm excited for you. I will definitely be praying for you and your journey, and if you have specific prayer that you would like, let me know. Drop it in the comments. You don't know unless you ask, right? Okay. And we have the moon's wisdom. Take the lead, right? Okay. And for me, I feel like this is lining up mind, body, and soul, an inner child, higher self, spirit. That's just what I'm feeling. The plumb line, right? Take the lead. You are in charge of you, nobody else. So by you being willing to get yourself together in thought and deed, and walk through that door of opportunity, there's going to be an epiphany, okay? A major epiphany that's going to, and I think multiple little ones, but it's going to be the culmination pulling together these waves, this tsunami of change for you, beloved, okay? An epiphany of a lifetime. And this will reverberate like waves do throughout the rest of your life. This is very, very big. If you've been asking for change and growth, this is it. This is coming for you. It was made available to you. What you do with it is 100% in your hands, right? You taking the responsibility and accountability for it. And I'm just here to deliver the message and hope and pray that your dreams come true, that you are your most authentic, beautiful selves, living a life that you love, right? Healing and growing, and then turning around and sharing it with others. So, beloved Leo, I would love to know how this resonates for you. Meanwhile, have a fabulous week and stay grounded.